You know I want that little bitch gon' get you. I play with the hundreds and 20s and 50s. Breast skin big finna celebrate this shit with some lady. Going too fast in the bitch can do this shit. I know me hit me. She fuck with that kid, gon' let me. Fuck both of them. No, that shit got baby. Just one nigga, no, you can't say me. Well, I don't just get a key to it. Fuck around, gon' give me the medic slide. Guess I'm trying this bitch on way too high. This shit too smelly. She with my kids in her belly. I slide to the telly. Nigga, you up.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, guys. It's about 7:30. I slept pretty decent yesterday night, so I'm in like a better mood today than I've been like the whole week, especially like in the morning. But dude, all of my friends are moving away. I talked about this in like another video that it's sad that fucking people move away and that you lose connections like that. But it doesn't mean it has to be the end, you know. It doesn't mean like just because you don't have the opportunity to see each other in real life like in 10 minutes, it does not mean you have to stop talking to them. But you know, it kind of sucks. I don't know, because one of my friends is going to the military in like a couple of days, and one of my friends is moving to study in like a couple of days also. So, you know, it sucks because these are people I've known for like years and years, since like middle school. And the one friend I know who's also moving away, I've known him since kindergarten. And we've stayed friends for that long, and you know, it honestly is super sad. And I'm the type of person that I'm really bad at asking people to hang out, and I'm really bad at making plans and shit like that. So you know, I do feel kind of bad because I never really reach out, and it's, you know, I don't know, it's just, you know, it's bad. So I'm gonna try and change that, but you know, I get some guilt for not really hanging out while I could. But there's nothing I really can do to change it, so it doesn't, I don't know what I'm saying. I can't really change the past, and you know, my decisions were my decisions. So it is what it is. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get better at that. You know, I still have friends that live here, so maybe I just need to understand that I just need to hang out with my homies before they move on in life, before they move away and they go up in life. You know what I'm saying? It feels weird because I don't really have a concrete plan in a way for my life after this year of like apprenticeship, because I don't know if I'm gonna continue my job as a full-time developer, or if I'm gonna maybe study some more and do, like, being an engineer would be kind of dope, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that, because then I gotta study for a while. Maybe I will study something else, like, I don't know. But when my friends go into the military and go to study in another place, it just kind of feels like they have a plan, even though they probably don't. But it's like when you move somewhere to study, you're kind of like doing that, and then you have a plan for those years. I don't really got that. You know, I'm really happy for my friends, I can't lie, because I'm glad that they're like moving forward in life and they're getting experiences and shit. because I want to do the same, and I can't blame my friends for moving away to do something they want to do. Like, who am I to keep them back? But it does suck. It does suck. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. But it's always like I can make new friends and I can meet new people that I probably enjoy hanging out with. But it's been weird because from what I've heard that it's harder getting friends when you become older. Like, it's harder getting friends when you're like 30, because everyone at 30 are so busy with work and kids or something and marriage. So it's probably like, but like, dude, I'm 19. That's 10 years, 11 years until I'm 30. I think I'm thinking too much ahead. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, change is important. And this goes for every human being. I think every human being is gonna change at some point. And if they don't, I don't think they'll be happy with themselves or anything like that. And what I mean by change, I mean like questioning why you believe what you believe. Say you believe in a religion. Say you're Christian, you know what I'm saying? You need to question yourself on why you believe in God, why you believe there's an afterlife. I think it's important to criticize yourself and kind of question yourself, because if you don't question yourself, and if you question yourself and you don't really have a reason for what you believe in, I think you need to reconsider some stuff in your life. I think you need to be like able to sit down and be like, oh, why do I believe in this? This doesn't make sense, or this does make sense, and this is why I believe in it, or this is why I don't believe in it. Because I feel like a lot of people, this is my friend, he taught me this, because I don't know, I feel very dumb at times. And my friend, he was criticizing my thinking because I'm very bad at having my own opinions. So I'm trying to become like less of a sheep, you know what I'm saying? Because everyone is a sheep and everyone follows the flock. And it's like, I don't want to be the guy that when you talk to him, you kind of notice that all of his opinions and views on the world are from TikTok. Like, if I talk to someone like that, I would be like, and I noticed that they were like shit that they've definitely seen on TikTok, I would be like, bro, have your own opinions. But, you know, thinking for oneself is harder said than done, I feel like. Because you have all these opinions, you have all these world problems, you have people screaming in your face, saying what's right or what's wrong, and that Donald Trump is insanely wrong, and that guy is driving that guy in the ass. Holy moly. That's rage bait right there. I think when you drive someone right in that fucking ass of their car, that's crazy rage bait. Yeah, and there's just people always telling you what's right and what's wrong, and there's all this war, and there's all this conflict in the world, and all this fucked up shit. So it's hard knowing what to believe, and that's the kind of point where you have to do your own research and you have to develop your own opinions. I really want to drive by. Because the world is all kinds of fucked up. And you know, when people say they don't want to have kids, bro. I saw this one thing the other day on like Reels. It was this woman and this guy who were doing like gender reveal. So they put like the glasses in the cake, and then we're gonna pull up, and if it's blue or pink, it's a girl or a boy. And then they both closed their eyes. They put the fucking glass in the cake, and then they opened it up. They pulled up the glass and they opened their eyes, and then the girl, she started screaming and crying because it was blue. And I'm not gonna sit here and be like, she hates men and it's because she hates men, but dude, think about the fucking kid, bro. She's having a kid that is a male, and she's crying about it because it's a male. And I don't know, that just seems really fucked up. Because imagine in the future when that kid sees that video and they're like, what the fuck, mom? Why are you crying over my birth? In a bad way. Why are you so disappointed that I'm the gender I am? I don't know. But I think I feel like a lot of people have kids before they really are ready. Whether that is financially or emotionally, I guess. I feel like a lot of people have kids before they're ready. You know, something really weird. I work with, it's so weird because we're in two different worlds, me and my colleagues, because most of my colleagues are married and they have like 3 kids and they have their own house and like they do all this shit. And I'm just kind of like, yeah, I live with my parents, I make music, and that's my life, and I hang out with friends sometimes. And it just feels like I can't really connect with anyone at work because of that, because no one there is kind of like my age. There's people there that are like 25, 26, but it's still like a 6-year age difference. So I don't really feel like I can connect with people there in a way. But maybe that's just me as a human being. Maybe I'm just not social enough. Because, I don't know, I'm jealous of like really extroverted people. Why are they driving so slow? I'm jealous of really extroverted people because they are able to form connections and are able to strike up a comfortable conversation with ease. And it's so weird to me because I'm not really able to do that. I have to get comfortable with someone, and I have to like getting to know someone to be able to like kind of make jokes and stuff. Now, I think I'm funny. I think I'm hilarious at times. People may think different, but I don't know. It really just it really depends how comfortable I am with people and, you know, how they feel about it. Because if I make a joke and they don't fuck with it, it's just kind of, that is just awkward. And I don't want to create an awkward environment, you know what I'm saying? It's just, that's just weird. So yeah, this video was kind of everywhere. I didn't really have a specific topic in mind. I just kind of wanted to yap. There's nothing yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to get better at yapping and just kind of continuously yap, but I feel like I talk a lot about myself, and that feels wrong in a way. And I do that when I'm with friends as well. I'm running out of time. I'll talk about that another time, I guess. See you guys.